What if I told you your fat doesn't disappear when you lose weight? It escapes your body through your breath. Cut to black. What a calorie really is. A calorie is not a thing, it's a unit of energy. When you eat rice, eggs, meat, fruit, your digestive system breaks them down into glucose from carbohydrates, amino acids from protein, fatty acids from fat. Your blood is now carrying energy. But here's the rule of survival. Your body only stores energy if it doesn't need it immediately. Insulin, the storage hormone. Energy is here. Let's store what we don't use. When you eat, blood sugar rises. Your pancreas releases insulin. Insulin's job: push glucose into cells for immediate use, store excess glucose as glycogen in liver and muscles. If storage is full, convert excess into fat. This is survival biology. Your body does not store fat to punish you. It stores fat to protect you. Energy balance explained. Your body burns energy in 3 major ways: basal metabolic rate, energy to stay alive; activity, walking, training, moving; thermic effect of food, digestion burns calories. If calories in greater than calories out, fat stored; calories in less than calories out, fat used. This is called energy balance. This principle is supported by decades of metabolic research, including controlled feeding studies from the National Institutes of Health. Enter the calorie deficit. Now you eat fewer calories than your body needs. What happens first? Your body does not immediately burn fat. It uses stored glycogen from liver and muscles, water attached to glycogen. That's why the first few days of dieting show quick weight loss, mostly water. Glycogen runs low. Liver, we're running low. When glycogen drops, insulin levels fall. And something powerful happens. Your body switches fuel sources. Fat cells awaken. Low insulin signals fat cells. A process called lipolysis begins. Stored triglycerides break down into fatty acids and glycerol. These fatty acids enter the bloodstream. They travel to muscles and organs to be burned for energy. This process is well documented in metabolic physiology research and summarized in publications by Harvard Medical School. Mitochondria, the energy factory. Send the fat, we'll burn it. Fatty acids enter mitochondria. They undergo beta oxidation. Energy, ATP, is produced. But here's the shocking part. Fat doesn't turn into energy. It turns into carbon dioxide, CO2, and water, H2O. You breathe out the carbon dioxide. That's how fat leaves your body. You literally exhale fat. Why deficits must be consistent? Your body responds to patterns. One day in a deficit, minimal fat loss. Consistent deficit over weeks, your body adapts. Fat cells shrink steadily. But if the deficit is too aggressive, your body defends itself. Metabolic adaptive. Brain, protective tone. Energy is low. Slow everything down. When calories drop too much, thyroid hormones decrease, movement unconsciously drops, hunger hormones increase. This is metabolic adaptation. Your body is not broken. It's protecting you from starvation. That's why extreme crash diets fail. The role of protein. Protein protects muscle during a deficit. Without enough protein, your body may break down muscle tissue. Muscle loss slows metabolism. A smart deficit, moderate calorie reduction, high protein intake, resistance training. This preserves muscle while burning fat. The truth about spot reduction. Fat loss happens systemically. You cannot choose where fat leaves first. Genetics determine belly fat storage, thigh fat storage, face fat storage. When the body needs energy, it pulls from total fat stores, not one specific location. Why plateaus happen? As you lose weight, you weigh less, you burn fewer calories, your maintenance calories drop, so the same deficit becomes smaller. That's not failure, that's math. How big should a deficit be? Research suggests a 300 to 500 calorie deficit per day is sustainable for most people. This typically leads to 0.5 to 1% body weight loss per week. Large deficits increase muscle loss, increase hunger, increase rebound weight gain. Moderate deficits win long term. Hormones during a deficit. Leptin decreases, hunger rises. Ghrelin increases, appetite increases. Cortisol may rise, stress impacts fat loss. Sleep becomes critical. Stress management becomes critical. Fat loss is hormonal and mathematical, but math drives the process. Cardio versus diet. Exercise helps increase calorie output, but most deficits are created through nutrition. Why? Because burning 500 calories via exercise is harder than eating 500 fewer calories. Smart fat loss combines nutrition control, resistance training, moderate cardio. What happens after weeks in a deficit? Fat cells don't disappear. They shrink. Number of fat cells usually stays the same in adults. They just store less energy. If you return to overeating, they refill. That's why maintenance matters. The real reason deficits fail, not biology, behavior. Most people undereat Monday through Friday, overeat weekend, erase the deficit. Fat loss requires weekly consistency, not perfection. Fat loss is not magic. It is not detox. It is not a specific food. It is not a supplement. It is sustained energy deficit. When your body lacks incoming energy, it must pull from stored fat. That's the science. But here's the deeper question. If calorie deficit is the rule, why do some people lose fat faster than others eating the same calories? In the next video, we go inside your metabolism and uncover what actually controls your metabolic rate. Subscribe, because we're not guessing, we're building your body from the inside out.